You're most likely here because you're not very good at positioning yourself and want to get better, or you really like my videos. Yeah, no, you just suck at manual positioning. Positioning is one of, if not the most vital skills you need to be a great goalkeeper because it's the main thing that gives you the best chance at saving most shots. You're not going to save anything hugging one side of the post and then trying to dive to the other side of the goal.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Me personally, I think manual positioning is my strongest skill out of everything else, which is why I'm making this video to try and help you out. No more time wasting, let's get right into it.
What is the goalkeeper doing?
First things first. Stop using auto positioning. Auto position is shit. Please stop relying on it 100% of the time. At best, it should be only used to fine-tune your positioning. You should not only hold L1 the whole time and think you're positioning well. But I use auto positioning a lot and I still make a lot of saves. Shut up! It's not about you making saves, it's about you getting good. Good players will abuse you if you only rely on auto positioning, so stop and learn how to manually position using this video. The way you position yourself as a goalkeeper is not always the same. They're going to vary based on the scenario. Positioning falls into 5 different categories: general positioning, breakaway 1v1s, regular 1v1s, finesse positioning, and wing positioning. General positioning is the most basic and fundamental part of positioning that you need to know, and that's to stay central with the ball. So what do I mean by staying central with the ball? I mean, if the ball is here, you're going to stand here. If the ball moves here, you're going to stand here. If the ball moves here, you're going to stand here. This is the general gist of it. Wherever the ball goes, you need to follow it and stay central with where it is. Make sure that you keep this in mind because you're going to apply this principle in every single situation. So mastering this part of positioning will set you up for learning the others much easier. Up next, we have positioning for breakaway 1v1s. In a breakaway 1v1, it's just you and the striker. There's no one to help you, so you're gonna have to do the heavy lifting to keep your team in the game. First, move in a way that keeps your body central with where the ball is going. Then, after a heavy touch, you want to start moving closer towards the dribbler to reduce their shooting angles as much as possible. Playing passively on your line in this situation gives the dribbler way too much room and space to dictate the situation. You want to avoid that and instead begin putting some pressure on the dribbler so you force them to make a move out of panic while simultaneously reducing their shooting space. Once you're in position, hold your ground and wait for the next move they make. The most likely move they'll make is a quick shot because of the pressure you've put them under, which you can react to and save based on the blue indicator's flash and the way their body moves when they begin their shooting animation. The other move they can make, if they're a more composed and better striker, is to try and dribble around you for a free goal. This is why it's important to stay focused and not guess and pre-dive when they shoot. Because if you use the right stick early, they'll easily get past you and score a free goal. If you don't see the blue UI flash, it means they're not going to shoot and instead dribble around you. So keeping that in mind, hold your ground and move towards where the ball goes. Keep yourself as central as you possibly can with the ball and only dive when it looks like they're going to shoot. This is the most consistent way you can deal with a breakaway 1v1 using your positioning skills. Make sure not to rush out using triangle or Y and instead only use the left stick to move. Triangle or Y will put you in a full sprint, and when you're fully sprinting, if you decide to dive for a shot, you will get really bad animations. When you move with the left stick, your moves are slow and deliberate, so your player will be ready to dive even if you're caught off guard. So make sure to only use the left stick A regular 1v1 is where it's you and the striker, but you will have a defender close enough to try and cause a little bit of interference. In this situation, you don't need to be fully off your line and super aggressive like in a breakaway 1v1, since the defender will be putting on the pressure instead of you. So just focus on staying central with where the ball goes and only be a little bit out of your goal, roughly around the 6-yard box line. This way, you'll cut off enough of the shooting angle without being too aggressive, giving you a good chance of stopping their scoring opportunity. Finesse shots generally happen when the ball carrier has their side facing the goal, which is an easy way to tell when they're looking to go for it. When you notice that, you want to position passively on your line and be more in the center of the goal rather than be central with the ball. But you still want to favor the side the ball currently is rather than be exactly in the center of the goal. Play passively and wait for the shot. Then when the shot is taken, you want to move towards the direction of it and then use the right stick to make the save. Finally, there will be some situations where the opponent is going to attack you directly from the sides. The same principles as regular 1v1 positioning apply here. You just want to stay central with the ball and not hug the post unless they're attacking from the byline. Leave a little bit of your near post open, but not too much, so you can deal with both the far post and the near post without compensating too much for either one of them.